There are two things you need to do once you've imported this file. The first is to check that the Pocket NC is grounded. What I mean by grounded is that a component, when you select it and try and move it, it will not move. It's fixed in the X, Y, and Z axis, so it won't move in space. The way that you tell a component is grounded is that this little red pin will appear on it, and if you right click it, you can see you've got the option to unground, i.e. it's already grounded. If that red pin isn't showing, right click and you'll see an option to ground it, so just click ground on all of these components and they'll become grounded. So if I unground them, you'll see what I mean. There we go. So things can move around once you unground it. And this is very important because all the other components I've included, all the AYE work holding components, are fixed to these Pocket NC components. So if this isn't grounded, it means everything else can move relative to it, which you don't want. So you need to make sure all these components are grounded. So I'll hit Control Z to undo to get it back to grounded. There we go. Then the second thing you need to do, I'll hide that, is to alter your origin point. Now this is specific to every single machine. And it is, if you go into the manufacturing workspace, it is the point which is the reference for all your machining moves. So they are all done relative to this point when you're doing 5-axis machining. So there are two ways to do this. The quickest is to modify this parameter, and it's set as the default as 1 inch. So you change it to your machining specific origin. The way you do this is go into your quick start guide that comes with your machine. It's a little paper booklet, and you go to the back of that and you'll find something called the measured B-table offset, and it's a length given in inches. This file, this design file that I've given you here, is actually in metric units rather than imperial, but as you see, the measurement in this parameter is in inches, so you don't have to worry about converting it to millimeters. So just enter it as it's given in the back of your booklet. So I'll enter my specific length, which is 0.8365, and press enter. And then if you hit that, hit inspect, use inches as the second one, you'll see there's the length in millimeters, which is the primary length for this CAD file, but then it also gives you a secondary measurement in inches to show that it's updated. The second way to measure that is if you actually just click on any sketch, you can then find where that sketch is. So you can go down here, it's highlighted so it's in sketch 2, hit edit sketch, and you can edit it directly there. But as you can see, it's just pulling from the parameter table. So the quickest way to do it is just to go modify, change parameter, and make the change in there. So those are the two things you need to do to set up this design file.